my magical ladies. Welcome to today's tarot reading. We're back in the live stream today with this background this time. Because actually my plan was that this is going to be the podcast like background for when I have like scripted videos, which I'm by the way working on as well. I have about 6 videos right now, planned and plotted, ready to go. Well, kind of. I still need to like write down the different points that I want to cover in the video. But yeah, so I do know what I'll be filming for you very soon, which I'm very excited about. But first, let's check the cards, what's in it for you. Today, that's too many cards. I don't want like 3 or 4 or 5 at the same time. That was 2. That's another one, that's enough. Right. Kind of not happy with the setup yet. That's better. All right. Let's see what's in the cards for you today. As always, take from this reading what take from this message what resonates with you and leave what does not, because that's how it works here. For everyone who's new to this channel, who doesn't know me yet, my name is Lady Elisa Marie, aka L. So in the chat, in the comments, you may call me L, and it's simply EL. Easy, right? And yeah, so I'm an alignment coach. I offer energy alignment sessions. You can find them in the pinned comment, as well as the video description, as well as my profile and everywhere else. And these are awesome. You should actually check them out. Right, so first message of today. I went into this live stream actually channeling this collective already, and I feel that you are aligned with your dream life. You're aligned with your highest path, and there's just something coming in. I have posted about that in the past couple days already, like yesterday and today, on Threads already. I have channeled a couple messages on there, and I was like, yeah, I'm also back aligned. Like, hey, welcome to chat. How are you doing? So it's been a while since I actively channeled messages on Threads, but quite honestly, that's like my platform. I love YouTube for video content. Like, YouTube is my favorite social media platform ever. But Threads is still like my go-to when it comes to text, and I'm an author. Like, I write, I publish, all that stuff. So by the way, you can find all my books and guides and everything I published also in the video description and in the pinned comment. Like, no, I do not use AI to write. I use AI for like scripting, like kind of plotting, to give it a structure when I already have an idea and I already have a plan. I never use it for my books though. Like, I use it for the guides that I publish because it contains so many different topics that I'm like, okay, well, here's all the topics I'm gonna write about. Can you just make it make sense, like in the timeline, like in the different chapters, and then just, you know, makes chapters out of it, out of the different topics. But quite honestly, at the end of every like I was just about to say journal. At the end of every guide that I write, the structure of it is completely different. It's just that I, you know, start with it. Anyway, comments are funny today. Like, telling me to speak German. You can say hello first before you ask something, but no, this entire channel is in English for my main audience. So anyway, thanks for asking. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm still holding the cards for this message on the hand, so right, we have 4 cards. I don't even know which ones they are yet. So we have, first of all, the Page of Wands. What I was about to say is you are aligned with your highest timeline. So there's something shifting for you. There has already something been shifting. Was that correct? Right. So we have inspiration, ideas, discoveries. So these cards always say some keywords for the message, whether it's upright or in reverse. It's limitless potential. That's you. That's yours. That's what I'm getting. Free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. So, well, yeah, that's certainly what I'm getting from my collective. I'm also getting quite a calm and chill energy. It's like, it's really relaxing. And then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So it says delays, frustration, holding off, waiting, panic, and slow down. Um, we'll get into that in a bit. I kind of don't want to deal with that right now. That's honestly the energy I'm getting from you. It's like there's some stuff that makes you like panicky and you're like, does it really work out? Like especially when you're manifesting your dream life and like for example, I've had this happen after multiple energy alignment sessions before where people visited that and then in the end it was like, yeah, but do I have to do something now? Like, do I have to take actions now? And it's like, it can be scary to actually go for what you want because, like, most people are afraid of losing what they have right now in order to get there. And, well, surprise, you do have to lose what you have right now in order to get to what you actually want. Not in all cases, not everything. In my case, it was like almost everything I owned. I talked about this in the first podcast episode. I just today. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How are you? I talk about this in the first podcast episode that I recorded and published with my dear friend Annie. So I think I'll link it down below once this live stream is uploaded as a video. I just actually today uploaded it to Spotify, so we have a proper podcast now, and not just the one on my YouTube channel. Hey, welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? And immediately you're back. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Right. Again, please be respectful in the chat. I'm good too. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Thinking message. Podcast episode. I talked about this. When I first started like really aligning with my dream life and I was like, I want this now, my life fell apart completely. Like it felt like nothing was the same as it was before anymore. And like obviously it wasn't because I had a different perspective, I had a different worldview. Um, Thank you very much. Yeah, I love this lipstick as well. Um, but yeah, like obviously because I saw my life so differently and I saw everyone and everything in my life so differently, I knew things have to change. And I was like, okay, shit, like I see this now. I can't close my eyes again. Like that's the thing with awakening. Like you can't close your eyes again after you start to see the truth of what's really going on. And what that meant for you was that I basically quit contact to my entire family after that. And I also let go of literally everything that I owned physically. Simply because it sounds very silly to say, quite honestly, but I wanted to know who I was if I had like no attachments to things. Because most of the time in this day and age, we identify ourselves with our status symbols, with what we own, with how much money we make, like all the things on the outside. I think I spoke about this on a previous live stream already. It's like we have our focus so shifted to the outside that we give all the power we have internally away. We're like, I don't know. I mean, the classical thing of measuring men based on six figures in their bank account, 6 inches somewhere else, and 6 feet tall, you know? Um, like, that's such such a worldview that I don't want to have anymore, and I consciously decided against it, um, simply by waking up and then deciding that this is not how I want to live my life. This is not the standard I want to have for myself or my partner or anyone else. Do I still want a lot of money? Yeah, of course, because I know what I can do with it. Like, money equals freedom, but it's not the money that we're after or that we're supposed to be after. It's simply the lifestyle that it enables us to live. It's the freedom that comes with it. And I think people, especially when they start hustling or like working a 9 to 5 job or having their own business or whatever, they very, very quickly lose sight of what they actually do it for. Right, how did we get here? Oh yeah, scarcity mindset. Of like, you're like pushing it away, kind of. Um, but coming back to the message now, um, I'm sensing there's something that you have like on hold because you don't want to deal with it. But guess what? That's the one decision. That's the one thing that's like standing between you and your highest timeline. Because sometimes it's really one decision that is so icky that we don't want to do it. There's just something you have to do, but you're just like, do I have to? And then yeah, most of the times you have to. What's going on in the chat today? Like, goodness me. People are disrespectful these days. Ugh, how do I block people? Because that's the thing. I don't block people until I have to. You can call me too nice or whatever, but I do give people second chances. But if they fuck it up after, then it's just done, you know? Um, I can't even block them here. I mean, I can hide them. Well, let's do that. That's alright. Okay, do I practice law of assumption or law of attraction in terms of manifesting? Yes, I do. I do. That's the thing. We all, and that's the thing that inspires me the most to write the manifestation guide, for example, or in general, like any guide, um, or in general, do what I do on here on this channel or on social media in general. Um, it is that we all already subconsciously manifest everything. Like, not to blame anyone, this is not a blame game, but everything that's in your life right now, at some point you have made a decision or you have outsourced your power and someone else has made a decision that led to you being exactly where you are right now. And whether you like it here or not is, well, it's up to you. But whether you want to stay in the same position next year where you're in today, that's on you to decide. Yeah, well, around assumptions, it's basically you simply make decisions every single day, every time. Like, when are you gonna get up? Like, are you gonna get ready for the day? Are you gonna look groomed? Are you gonna look clean and nice? Or are you just gonna let yourself go and like not do anything? Um, what are you gonna have for breakfast? Are you even having breakfast? Like, it's these small decisions that add up in the long run to become habits. And the habits are what makes us who we are, basically. Like, well, maybe not who we are, but how our life is, you know? And I think the one thing I would tell everybody, like whether it's in the energy alignment session or right now in the live stream or later on in the video, to look at is if you want to change your life, look at, first of all, who you surround yourself with, because their habits become yours as well. It's like this influence people have on us. It's biology as well. Because we want to, we want to belong, we want to have friends and have family and have people in our life and all that stuff. So we as humans are, except if we like unprogram this and then reprogram it with EFT tapping, for example, which I love. But we are programmed to want to belong somewhere, and so we will try to like fit into their lifestyle so they like us. Um, but that's why it's so important to have like your own lifestyle, know what you want. But then especially after that, look at your habits. Look at what you do every day. Look at what your week looks like. Look at what you do monthly. Look at what you do daily specifically. Like start by looking at your habits every single day. Um, and you can even write that down to make it like conscious, you know? Like you just conscientiously have to look down at the paper and be like, okay, well, I get up every single day at the same time. Is that a good habit I want to keep or not? Like it's easy as that. That's where change starts. It's not always the big quantum shift, quantum jump, whatever that these manifestation gurus want to tell you. It's sometimes it's that, but most of the time it starts really grounded and like really in the slowest, smallest steps. Right, but that's more topics for the energy alignment session. So if you're interested in booking that, it is again linked. It's I think the Nightbot just sent it in here. Did it? It's probably a bit more. Uh, did I even link it directly? I think I didn't. I mean, it's in my link tree as well, so you can find it on there. Right. Okay, and then the next card is the Page of Wands. Is it? Yeah, reversed. So lack of commitment, greediness, laziness, procrastination, learn from failure. I think it's funny, honestly, how I keep channeling the message without looking at the cards. I just do what I do because I'm good at it, okay? I just turn around the cards when I'm done rambling and explaining the entire message and I'm like, well, yeah, basically talked about all of this. Yeah, like and subscribe, thank you. Um, well, it's all about alignment, right? Okay, and then then we have the magician, and that's basically just confirmation for what I just said. Like it's all your decision. Like where you are in life in a year from now, it's basically and practically on you. You just have to make decisions that are aligned with the life that you want to dream, that that you dream of, that you want to live. So the thing is, that's why I started the energy alignment sessions because I had tower moment. Is that the next reading already? Oh my god. All right. And then we have like High Priestess energy and Queen of Wands energy. Woof. Alrighty, get ready for that. But yeah, initially I started the energy alignment sessions because I realized how few people only have a vision for their life. And I was like, I had a vision for my life since I was 14, 15. And you could say I'm extremely privileged to know myself this much, that I know what I want in my life and I know what I like, what I'm good at, you know, what I want to do in my life. I would say yes, I was privileged and I still am. But at the same time, I also wasn't because I simply grew up in a family system that was, let's say it was very unhealthy for me. And like, I didn't have a choice but to know myself this well, to get myself out of there as soon as possible. Um, so I did that. And so the positive effect was that I knew what I wanted to do. And back then I wanted to become an artist and like sell my art and art prints and whatever. I never did that because then I realized that I wanted to study it. And at first I wanted to go to an art school, which I then didn't do. But I went to a design school when I was 16. And then I went to a second design school, which I'm still in right now, for communication design, because I realized that graphic design and communication design are not the same thing. But yeah, long story short, I always knew what I wanted to do with my life, and then I suddenly met people who were super unambitious because I'm an extremely ambitious person. Like, if there's something that I want, 100% of the time I'm gonna get it because I'll go and get it. Like, my man literally just said a couple days ago, I'm a go-getter. Because that's the thing, like, if there's something I want, I don't wait for it to come in. I don't wait and like pray to the universe and be like, oh, can you please make it possible, all that stuff. I'm like, no. If there's something that I want, I know I have to do something for it. And so I do, but that's also how I know that 100% of the times I'll get what I want. You know, that's how you build trust with yourself. I also just commented that under a comment of my latest video today, um, because someone was asking, so basically just be less afraid. Like just not be afraid and like take actions, right? And I was like, yes, so confirming that. Because the more actions you take that are aligned with you, the more you trust yourself. And the more you trust yourself, the less afraid you'll be in general. Speaking of experience, by the way, the entire time, like that's personal experience, so it works 100%. All right, so tower moment. Someone's screaming internally. Is what I'm getting. Are you screaming internally? Like what's happening here? We have fire signs, so I'm getting like right. So I didn't even finish my sentence. I'm sorry. I get kind of sidetracked here. Energy alignment session where I started it initially is because I suddenly met people who are super unambitious and I was like, what's going on with you? Like they kept complaining, but they didn't do anything to change that. And I was like, I asked them, I was like, why are you complaining? Like you could just change something. And they were like, yeah, but I don't know like what. And I was like, well, just I don't know, where do you want to go? you know? And they were like, well, I don't know, like maybe I want to do this and that. Maybe at some point when I have the time and the money and the space and XYZ. And I'm like, but you know that the time and money comes with you doing that, right? And that was it. Like that was the entire conversation and nothing ever happened for them in their life. And I'm not in contact with them anymore for not just for that reason, but also I can't have unambitious people in my life. It's just very energy draining. Um, but yeah, so that was that, and that was the moment where I realized, oh my God, there are so many people in this world who have great ideas and they have all this like untapped in potential, but they never do anything with it. And I got so frustrated looking at that because I was like, there's like 1,000 things that I could immediately come up with that you could do, and you just decide to keep complaining about your life and not do anything. And I'm like, how? How? You know, like I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I never had a choice whether I want to go for my dreams or not, because that was for me the only safe thing to do. Where other people might call me crazy and say, well, why would you start a business at like 16 years old and like start properly working at 18? Why would you do that? And I was like, well, because I didn't have a choice. But at the same time, that's also nothing that I would ever reverse or like change for anything because I love what I do. I would always choose this path again. But that's the thing, I have nothing to complain about when it comes to my business because I 100% chose this for myself. And that's what I mean. It is, of course, hard work. I put a lot of time and energy into this, um, but it's worth it. And I think that's the main important thing because so many people out there live a life that is not worth it to them. Because, like, define worth it for a life, right? But to me, it's worth it when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, it's another day. I get excited living this life. And I get excited about doing the things that I do every day and like creating all the things that I do and write and publish and like be on a live stream. It excites me, and talking to my friends and my man and all the people I love. Like that's the thing. I live a life that's to me worth living. And I met so many people who honestly were miserable and communicated that with me as well. And I was like, I have the skills to change that because I can literally channel how you can do things. And I have so much experience in doing things that succeed that I can literally guide you through it. And it's so much faster for you because you have me as guidance where I didn't have that. It's kind of the same. My first ever business model that I did successfully was to be a writer's coach, and my first ever client, him and I started writing a book at the same time. Like I did that for myself privately, basically. I mean, I did have the intention eventually to publish it, but in the first place, I just wanted to write a book. He wanted to publish it. And so he started paying me to read his manuscript. And he would write, like, I would give him about 1 or 2 weeks to write something. And then he would send it to me. I would read it, give him feedback on what to improve on. And let me tell you, he finished his book, an entire freaking book, like a full on finished book, the first draft, within 5 months. It took me 6 months to write mine. So he was, first of all, faster than me. And second of all, he already had the first revision done when we were done with the feedback. So, where it took me another 1 year or so before I could even think about publishing mine, because I still had to go the road of, like, getting in feedback from alpha and beta readers and reading it myself way too many times. Um, he was done already. He could immediately reach out to a book publisher and publish it if he wanted to. So that's the thing. Like, getting a coaching like this, yes, in the end, energy alignment sessions are also just coaching, life coaching, like however you want to call it. It's all the same thing, isn't it? Um, but at the same time, it's not, because it is so valuable. It saves you so much time and energy of, like, trial and error, what I had to do because I simply didn't have a person to guide me through it. Hey, welcome to chat. How are you doing? That was a long ramble. But hey, it's my live stream. I can do what I want. And I hope it has some value for you as well. So yeah, check it out on my website. It's in my link tree. It's linked on there. You cannot miss it if you found it. So, right, the tarot card. It says sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, and sudden insight. So I'm sensing there's something in your life, just like we talked about all these things for the past half an hour, um, that you just woke up to. And it always feels like a freaking tower moment when you realize something. It always feels like the world is, like, burning down or breaking down or whatever, or like your life is falling apart or whatsoever. I'm sorry. I know it feels so much more dramatized when you first go through it, but I've had, like, I would have to count it now. Should I count it? Okay, let's do it. So, first awakening, and, like, how old was I? I don't know. I can't even count it. I would say roughly about 10-ish awakenings, whether it's consciousness or awareness awakenings in my life up until this point, where I woke up and I was like, holy shit, did I just not see that? Like, was I stupid? That's how I feel about it when I wake up about something and I'm like, did I really just accept that to happen for, like, this long time? Keep in mind, I'm still young, like, age-wise. Not wisdom-wise, but age-wise. So I was like, I also made my experiences, obviously. Like, I also talked to the wrong people and made wrong choices, obviously. That's how we learn, that's normal. But, like, every single time that I woke up from something, I was like, did that really happen? So yeah, I get it. Like, the tower moment always feels super dramatized and super, like, all including, kind of. But it's not. Like, that's the thing. It might feel uh, like a breaking point, like a breakdown, but it's actually a breakthrough. And I think when you can keep that in mind, that it's not a breakdown moment, but it's a breakthrough moment, it makes life so much easier when you think about what's about to come now. Because when you realize that once you wake up, you get the choice. Yes, people get the choice whether they want to be awakened or not. You can also just fall asleep again. If you don't want to see that, then you can just gaslight yourself forever and ever and be like, I'm just gonna stay in this reality and, like, do whatever I did before. Some people just can't, because it's like, I think it really depends on, like, how strong you are as a person. Honestly, I think your consciousness state of, like, how conscientious you see the world and what's, like, with how much awareness you see the world and what's happening in your life specifically, I think that has a lot to do with intelligence, emotional intelligence, and then also inner strength. Like, how resilient are you to life? How resilient are you to things that happen to you, for you, and in your life in general? But yeah, like any awakening gives you the choice and the chance for change. You can literally change your entire life when you're waking up to something. And I think that is awesome. Like, I genuinely think that is awesome. So take that chance, okay? All right, let's go deeper into the message. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. It says lost opportunity, missed chance, bad investment, lack of planning and foresight. That is not good. So you've made a mistake in the past. So what? Are you gonna cry about it? Like, you can, but the thing is it gonna help you? Thing with crying, it's a great emotional release. Like, I love crying. It sounds so weird, but like it is the easiest way to let go emotions. Like, when you're sad, please cry if you can, you know? But at the same time, you have to then at some point ask yourself, like, is crying about it gonna help me in the long run, you know? So it's like, let it out and then move on. Like, don't continue crying about it for too long. And again, you determine what too long is. And then we have the Fool in reverse, which is basically like the the start of your journey. Throat chakra, unblocking, hello. I'm getting air signs as well. So in reverse it says holding back, indecision, hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, bad choices, risk taking. Yeah, okay, right. So you took a risk, you trialed, and you failed. So what? Your life's not gonna end because of that. It's just a freaking tower moment, okay? A tower moment is not the end of the deck. It's not the end of the world. It is just like consequences of a decision, for example. Hello, welcome to chat. How are you? Right, and then we have card number 8, the Strength card. So, first of all, it's a yes card. So whatever you tried to do for the first time that failed and didn't work out is gonna work out for you in the second time. I'm not saying, like, do not do the same thing again, but maybe try it in a different way or try something slightly different or whatever, but we'll look into it. So it says courage, passion, self-power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion. So have compassion with yourself. That's first and foremost what I'm getting. And then find the courage and like self-power to live your passion, like to make something happen. I'm sensing this was some sort of money decision, like with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Why did I think of Ace of Swords? I don't know. Ace of Pentacles. I'm sensing there was some sort of bad money decision, but find the good thing that happened because of that investment. Sometimes, okay, deep dive into storytelling again. Sometimes there is not bad decisions that you make. I mean, of course, there's good and bad decisions, blah, 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 but there's always something you can learn. Like, if you make a mistake, it's mainly because you lacked information or you were too impatient or you trusted the wrong people or whatever. Like, there are so many reasons for why you can make bad decisions. But the thing is, you make bad decisions only if you don't know better. Because if you know better and you still make bad decisions, that's way more like a cause from a bad character of yours. So I think this was a bad decision not because of your character, because my collective is divine, but it was a bad decision based on lack of knowledge, lack of information. Like, you lacked some sort of information and that's why you made a bad decision. And that's okay. That's how we learn, because you would have made a better decision or a good decision for yourself if you knew more, you know? So I would like to have one more card as confirmation, or like to go deeper into it. Oh. Right, there we go. I like it how well trained the cards are. I'm asking for one card, I'm getting one card. That's very nice. Right, we have the Six of Wands in reversed though. So it says egotism, lack of confidence, lack of recognition, unpopular, discredited, private achievement. I think that was what the decision was about. It was like some sort of private, personal decision in business. I don't know exactly what it is. That's probably where it would go, like in depth if it was a one-on-one reading. But right now this is a collective reading, so I can't really say what exactly it was. I'm sensing it was something different for everyone watching this. So again, take it as it resonates. But what I'm getting is that there was a lack of confidence to maybe say the right thing, do the right thing, make the right choice, whatever. Like it was a confidence thing. I think you weren't confident in either yourself or the choice in the first place. Right, okay, but again, what I'm sensing is it's gonna work out the second time, just like not by doing the same thing again, but by learning from it. It's a learning experience. Right, so dry your tears, girl, and then move on and try again, okay? Because that's how life works. Okay, all right. Also, maybe I should say, because we're on the internet right now, this is not financial advice or anything. I'm just reading the cards right now, and this is like, again, a collective reading. But I also have the disclaimer and everything in the video description and also on my website, so chill. We have the Ten of Pentacles, but in reverse. Girl, what you doing? Oh my god. Dark side of wealth, financial failure or loss, fleeting success, lack of stability, lack of resources. A third reading for today. Take from it what resonates and leave what does not. But I'm seeing someone is going into debt here. Why the fuck are we doing this? If not for investment, but also for investment, you should chill. Okay. Three of Swords, also reversed. Whose heart is getting broken here? Negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, recovery, moving on. I'm getting there's something about like a partner, like someone wanting to impress a partner, and that's where the debt is coming from. Excuse me, why would you do that? Why would anyone do that, honestly? I don't get it. Anyway, Nine of Swords. This looks a bit miserable. I mean, no judgment. I'm just reading the cards here. I'm judging a tiny bit. Because I think this also has to do with confidence. Like, do you not think that you're good enough if you have to literally go into debt to buy someone gifts, to be someone or something to them? Like, I don't get this whole materialism thing. Like, I love things as well. I love money as well. I talk about this day in and out, but I don't get it why you would attach your self-worth to your income, to the money in your bank, or to any of the things you have. But again, I just told you about my life path when it comes to materialism, so I would say I'm fully detached from that. But yeah, I mean, maybe this is a different perspective for you to learn from, or to like try and see things differently. Right, so Nine of Swords, again, we have air signs. Again, also with the Three of Swords, we have air signs as well. Anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, despair. That sounds shit. And then we have Four of Swords in reverse as well. Exhaustion, burnout, deep contemplation, stagnation, restlessness, and stress. Well, of course you're going through this right now because that was a super shit decision you've made. honestly. Like, not judging, but I think I can judge you right now because what I'm seeing is just that it didn't work out in any way for you. What is this? Money. Is it money coming in? It's money coming on, right? So for all of you who are still watching this, who resonate with this, there's money coming in for you as well. Six of Pentacles upright, giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, charity. So I'm sensing someone is like donating towards you. Maybe it's actually a donation. Maybe you're live streaming or something and someone's like donating towards your stream or something. I don't know. Oh, could be. And then we have again air sign and more air signs. We have Two of Swords and Knight of Swords. In this context, Two of Swords means difficult decisions, waiting options, avoidance, and deadlocks. So who's avoidant again? I don't like avoidance, honestly. Like, I know, coping is such a fine mechanism. It's such a fine thing to have to avoid making decisions or taking accountability. That was 4114, by the way. I love mirror numbers as well. But avoiding decisions just makes the suffering worse, quite honestly. Like, that's also personal experience of mine. If there's like one decision you know you have to make, and we keep talking about decision making here, right? Because it's all a decision. It's all a decision. If there's one decision you know you have to make, or one thing you know you have to stand up for, or whatever, and you know it has to happen, and you're just dreading it, you're not doing it, you're avoiding it, it makes the pain internally so much worse. But then suddenly when you do it, it's like, oh my god, it has been easy and good the whole time. Yeah, duh. It was just one thing that basically pissed you off. So it's always just one decision, okay? Like, your dream life is literally one decision away from you. Coming back to that. So we have Knight of Swords here, upright, ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, defending beliefs. Yeah, that's in the end what you have to embody. I talk about embodiment a lot more in the Portal to Your Dream Life guide. It is somewhere linked in the chat. Oh, I think the Nightbot calls it "Receive Your Free Manifestation Guide. Have the audacity to live your dream life." It's also in there. Like, you can find the Portal to Your Dream Life on my Gumroad as well. So, like, again, ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, defending beliefs. You gotta embody that. Like, I just recently, I talked about this, was it the last live stream or was it in a video? I'm not sure right now, but it was somewhere on YouTube that I talked about how I as well went to a money and abundance mindset coaching, and not just the mindset coaching, but it has to do with mindset as well. But it was a very action-based coaching over 2 days, and I went there 2 days in a row. And one thing that I really took from it is that there are 3 steps to abundance, and I'm going to share it with you right now as well, because that's how coaching works. You know, like, I learned something from other people, I teach it to you as well, and vice versa, you know. So there's basically, it's like a pyramid. It's 3 steps towards abundance. The first thing is, I want abundance. I want money. Of course, we all want that, right? There's something every one of us wants. But that's not what's gonna get you there. The second step is, I'm committed to abundance, or money, or wealth, or whatever. This is where you start taking steps. This is where you start taking the actions and making decisions and all of that stuff. That can get you money, that can get you an income, a solid one, but it's not gonna get you extraordinary abundance. What is gonna get you extraordinary abundance is, I'm obsessed with reaching abundance, with being abundance, with living abundance. You basically become it. Because obsession, per definition, is that there is nothing in this world that is more important than you reaching this. What I would like to add to it is that your values are more important than just reaching it, because it also depends on how you're going to get this abundance. So the how is in fact a big factor. Did I talk about it in the recent video? Because I talked about how to literally get everything you want, like how to manifest literally everything you want into your life. It's legit a 10-minute video. You can watch it right now. It's the latest one that I uploaded on my channel. I'll also link it. Wait, there was something else I wanted to link, right? The podcast. Okay, so the podcast and the latest video. Am I gonna keep it in mind, or do I have to write it down? I think I have to write it down. Into my journal. Alright. I always have real pens with me, because if I don't, I'm just not gonna write it down. But writing things down by hand like actively brings more layers to your memory. So you'll memorize it way easier when you write things down per hand. So write more things down by hand. Also, am I the only one who's like, I have a journal here. I'm turning my page like 90 degrees almost on the desk before I write things down. Am I the only one who does that? I just recently discovered that that's not the normal standard thing to do. I don't know, I just do it that way. I don't know why either. Anyway, so link the podcast and the latest video so you can all watch it. Hello, welcome to chat. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, there we go. I also have planned to script some videos or some guides live in stream at some point. You're doing good. Well, that's good. That's very good. That makes me happy to hear. Because I would love to co-work with you all and just, you know, invite you a bit into the process of how I write guides and how I publish them and everything. Because I have a very secret project right now that I'm working on for you, and I'm super excited about it. So, because I have planned this one for 4 years now. 4 years. And now I'm finally making it happen. So sometimes it just takes a while. That was, by the way, not me procrastinating or being lazy or anything. I simply researched for 4 years until I reached that point where I was like, okay, now my skills are good enough to actually teach people about it. So that's all I'm gonna say for now about it. But yeah, you can be excited about it. It's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, so that was the message. Anything else I wanted to talk about? I'm not sure if I finished the sentence earlier, but I think y'all can follow me. Right, wait, there was something I talked about the video. Like taking actions and that stuff. I don't know, honestly. If it was important, it'll come back to me. But I would say that was also it for today's stream. It's been like almost 50 minutes again. And usually I'm always like between 1 and 2 hours, but these days are super busy for me. So in a good way though, in a good way. So we enjoy that. But I also need to take some time off. So I think I'll do that after stream and just relax for a bit and unwind from the day and probably read a lot of books. Because that's the thing, I started a new, that is so random and like not at all related to the tarot videos today. But I started reading a book series right now, which as of right now it has 4 books in the series, and I read the first and second within a couple weeks only. I think it took me like 2 weeks or so to finish these. And then I went back to the bookstore because I wanted the third one, because the second one was how am I supposed to say it? It had the worst cliffhanger I have ever read in my entire life. at the end of this book, and I was like, I have to read the third one immediately. So I went back to the bookstore where I got it from, bought what I thought was the third book. It wasn't. It was the fourth. I didn't even know it had four books. I thought it was just three. So I then had to order the third book and wait for it. So I started reading the fourth before the third. And it was quite dissatisfying to read the fourth before the third. So I was waiting. But it finally arrived. So now I'll get to read it. I'm very excited for that. So I'll get to do that today, and I wish you all a wonderful time until I'm back in a live stream or uploading the next video. I still have like 1 or 2 videos in line, so we'll see each other again. And up until this point, you can book the energy alignment session with me, and then you can see me again, or you can read any of the guides that I published. I also have activation audios, which will help you manifest your dream life. So yeah, I'm excited for that. You can be excited for it. Check it out, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Bye.